Hello, everybody. It's Flesson19, and welcome to the beta branch update for August 13th. I wanted to take a little bit of a different style with this beta branch update and not focus so much on what is actually wrong with the game, but I wanted to look at what they recently implemented and what we could look forward to very soon. There are a few crashes and bugs that are still out there hanging around. I've experienced some problems as well. So they are there in abundance. You can check the forums, see a lot of what is going on. But this is where I really wanted to focus on because I've gotten some really good information lately. So let's get started. First, with the hotfix that was received on the 9th, it was a massive change to the way that the economy was done. I put out a video on that. It caused me to have to completely redo my workshop. And I figured that what was going on was a direct result of the changes that were made. This is a post that Mexico came back onto the forums to make because some of it had to do with the changes that he had made. And he directly states that the workshops were making less money as a result of what actually happened with the hotfix. They did also get rid of wine and oil as consumables, but what they're really focused on was that the workshops were going to make less, and they knew that that was going to happen. The one good thing is that we can hopefully try to figure out which of them is better or which we can go into the middle. I personally do have my opinion on that, which I will share very soon. There is also a really nice paragraph here that deals with taxes. Now, this is going to also go into another post in which people are talking about the possibility of maybe being able to set your taxes in your own settlement to help out loyalty. So you might set the taxes lower to make less money, but it might help with the loyalty. In response to the workshop and the hotfix data that I had put out into videos, I did get a response from the devs on that, in which they did talk about wine and oil being removed. They did increase that. However, I was very concerned that caravans would get affected. Very surprisingly, they did not. With workshops being affected, I couldn't understand why caravans weren't affected. However, Mexico, I guess, saw that that was going to be a problem. So before he left, he made sure that he put in to increase the caravan speed bonus to 10% from 8% so they can travel faster. So I'm assuming that that is why caravans are really not affected by the hotfix change. So that was really smart thinking on his part to negate a potential problem right out of the box. As far as the alterations that were made, wine, oil, they were increased by 5 times from 4 times, and wool weavery was decreased to 2 from 3 times daily. Those are adjustments made to try to make some things better and to make some things, which of course wool weaveries have been the OP thing for probably 6 months. They are still able to make some decent money. A few of them can still make you over 200. I do have a video out on the workshop that it explains to you how you can help make some of those really good. And I just did have a game where I did pretty good on my workshop. Out of the 5 of them that I had, 3 of them were able to maintain over 200 a day. So while not being as good, you can still make the money. Now, the hope going around that I've thought about and also I've gotten messages about is the hope that they are going to be increasing the level of the workshops. This, I think, is going to be something that is going to be very, very difficult to nail down. I believe that when they increase the workshops, what they're going to do is just basically increase the output of a shop. They could, let's say, increase it by 50%. So they'll take 50% more grain from the town and produce 50% more beer. What they're going to have to do is they're going to have to balance how much is the upgrade versus how much you're going to make out of it. Because if the upgrade is cheap and you make a lot, well, then obviously that's the first thing you want to do because it's OP is you want to increase it. However, if they go the other route and it costs a ton of money and you don't get much out of it, there's no reason to do it. That is the one concern I have if they do implement levels of workshop. Are they going to get that number right? Are they going to make it where every workshop needs to be done because they're OP, or nobody's going to want to do it because they don't make enough? The one thing I was concerned about is whether or not they would change anything else after the hotfix. And so far at this point, it doesn't look like they're going to do it, but they did not put it out of the question. I personally do not hope they do, as I do not want to work on that workshop video again. And there is a reason why, which I will touch on in a moment. I was asked about the captain system, and I was not able to give a full explanation as I do not feel I understand exactly how the captain system works completely. I just don't think I have enough knowledge to pin down the entire way it works from just your party to when you're in army. So I did put out a call to the devs, and good old Dahan did give me this message, which is going to be a little bit more information released. It says that it will be changed and they will post an in-depth explanation of the new system once it becomes available. However, what he says, with the introduction of the order of battle feature. Now, I believe what the order of battle feature is going to be, it is going to be the placement of troops before you start the battle. That's what I think it is. Like you would do at the beginning of a siege. There used to be a perk, I believe, in tactics that allowed you to place your troop before battle started. I know they've talked about that they want to go ahead and do this same thing. They do plan on doing it. I do have my thoughts of when we're going to go ahead and see this. I'll let you know that in just a moment. The one really cool thing is when I see this message come up from Dahan. He puts this out on a Thursday and he says that there's not going to be a patch this week because they don't put one out on Friday. Normally what that means is they are about ready to deploy the patch. They're getting ready for it and he's getting ahead of everybody to let them know. Dahan is very good about doing this. But when you think we're less than 2 weeks into 1.6.1 and 1.6.2 is coming, that is good news. But in a way, it's also bad news. It's good because they're getting ready to deploy it. But by it being such a quick patch, I believe 1.6.2 is going to be the exact same thing that point 1 and point 0 were. Very small patches with not a lot of content. That is what I feel that is going to be. Why I think that is going to be that way is because I think a lot of the major upgrades that we are going to have coming will most likely come in 1.6.3 as far as the new battle system, the new terrain map system. I think we are going to be looking at those features most likely in 1.6.3. So I'm putting that out here right now that don't look at point two being something of a huge patch. I don't think we're going to see that. But I think when point three hits, there is a possibility that that one could be the mother lode. I think that is the one where we could see an absolute load of stuff hit like we have not seen in quite a while. Those are some of the things that I wanted to go over, and I wanted to take this beta branch system to another route. I did put up the new workshop video. I did put up an explanation of the hotfix to the best of my ability. Those are both easily found that I put out this week that you can find on my channel. And in relation to what I had stated to Mexico, which is kind of how he put that response to me on the forums, that I thought trading would be easier. However, I did not really have a chance to test it. So finally getting the workshop video done and catching up on some rest, I picked a night and I went ahead and I decided, all right, I'm going to go ahead and see how quick I could get to 300 trade after the hotfix because I thought I could do it faster. Pre-hotfix, I have the video up and a series on my channel in which I got 300 trade in 646 days. So I started a new campaign and I was able to get 300 in 547 days. 100 days quicker. And I was not that efficient. I only got one deliver the herd at the beginning of the game. And this time, I actually did not hit Kuzite territory. And I did not do a single bandit base and laborers in Kuzite territory. I did not even get clan tier 1 until I had already accomplished 125 trade. I wanted to test this version out. Now I would probably go back and test out the way I'd done it before into hitting Kuzite territory, because the advantage of getting clan tier 1 is you get more troops in your party, which means more horses you can carry. So I'm still trying to test different aspects, different strategies, and trying to get that down under 500 days. I think if I can accomplish 300 in under 500 days, then I would probably go ahead and put out a strategy guide on how to go ahead and do that. So that is something that I am going to be testing further, because getting 300 trade in less than 500 days can really turn your game around. With all that being said, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this little bit different way in which I took the beta branch video. I kind of wanted to get away from the same old bug crashes and kind of just look forward to, hey, this is what we have to look forward to. This is what we have coming up. And we could try to just be a little bit more upbeat about it instead of looking at all the negative things. So I will see you guys next week in the beta branch, hopefully under 1.6.2. Until then, take care and thanks for watching.